Hey, it's Micah May to tell you about my first book review. So, the book I read was called Farnum's Freehold. About something that was going on very currently then, the Cold War. It is science fiction, so don't actually think that it's real. But the book was, in essence, about this group of this family who builds this bunker. The head of the family builds this bunker. He doesn't really expect it to work, but it's kind of just a thing where he wants to be on. It's kind of a comforting thing for his family. So the bomb does go off. That's the Russians do launch the nukes. So they do go to the bunker, and it turns out they survive. Crazy stuff happened where they get all those things shakes and it feels like the bomb dropped really close to them, but it's really hot. But I mean, they didn't die, which is weird. And then things get even stranger when they leave their bunker, and it turns out everything is green and grass and everything looks like all nice and grown and stuff. And after these are smart people, so after a little bit, they figure out using some landmarks and some geographic locations that they're actually in the exact same spot that they were when they started. They weren't launched across the world or whatever, or something like that. It just seems that, and this is the theory they're just kind of joking about, but I mean, I guess it really turned out to be true, was that they had been launched through time about 2,000 years, give or take. So what happens is they start building a place to stay. I mean, it's for the first half of the book, it's about them building. It's like a basic survival book where they talk about how they build an aquifer. They're starting to build an aquifer. They go through trouble with childbirth, and actually one of the family dies because she dies in the process of giving birth. Crazy stuff happens. But I mean, you think, oh, well, it's just a normal survival book. But then, about halfway through the book, these flying car things come over them, and it turns out that they were living maybe 4 or 5 miles away from a giant city. So this is where the book really starts getting interesting, and this is where the subtitle, which is the denomination of the biggest, the most controversial science fiction book ever, something like that. It's where this comes from, because when they become to this new civilization, it turns out that first of all, I mean that the ruling class, it is kind of it very much is a caste system. The highest caste are the chosen, or black people, that includes Hinduism and Muslims, which in white people include people from Asia, and it just kind of lumps those people together. But it gets really interesting with the whole socioeconomic state of this future world, where not only a couple thousand years ago, an entire half of the world was destroyed, the entire northern hemisphere. So I'll let you read the book to figure out what crazy stuff happens when they meet this new civilization where everything starts to get weird. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.